So yesterday we have seen how to prepare the frequency distribution table. Here you can see if the group data is given to you, then to prepare the frequency distribution table, we need to prepare two columns. In the first column, we write the what? Variate, correct? And in the next column, we write the frequency. Look at here. Discuss the homework problem. Look at the first question. The following data represents the frequency distribution table of weights of children. Answer the following question. Look at the table. In the first row, it is given that weight in kilograms. Okay, so what are the values of weights? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. Number of children with weight 11. How many? 7. Okay, number of children with weight 12 is 12. And so, number of children with weight 13 is 15. This way you can read the table. Now answer these questions. Look at the first question. How many children are having weight 15 kilograms? So look at the weight where it is 15. Here. How many children are having weight 15? 9. So the answer of the first question will be 9. I hope everybody is sitting with the notebook. Okay. So there are 9 children with weight 15. Second question. What is the weight of maximum number of children? So maximum number of children, where you are having the maximum? 15. 15 is maximum. And what is the weight of those maximum children? 30. So what is the weight of maximum number of children? It is 13 kilograms. Weight is always expressed, the unit is kilograms. Okay. Now the next question, how many children are there in the data? Okay. So as I told you before in the last lecture, to find out how many children are there in the data or how many values are there in the data, how we do that? Capital N, that is the number of values in the data. And how do you get that? Summation of frequencies, correct? So you need to add the frequency column. So where is your frequency column? This, frequency row. 7, 12, 15, 13, 9, and 4. Add them. So what you will get? How much you are getting? 60. So that means this is the data of 60 children. Understood? Let us see the next one. So you could solve this problem at home. Same answer you were getting. Very good. Now the second question. Prepare the frequency table for the following raw data. Now in this question, the raw data is given to you and you have to prepare the table. So what you can do is, you can see what values are there for the variate X. Okay. So X is taking, you can read the data. So X is, generally we write the numbers in the increasing order. So 1, after that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. After 7, there is no number in the data. So we can stop here. Then in the next row, we have to write down its frequency. Now yesterday I have explained you frequency. The meaning is how many times a number is repeated in the data. So look at the frequency of 1 if you want. You have to see how many times 1 is written in the data. So read the data and see 1 is here only 2 times, here as well as here. So 1 is written 2 times. Okay? So you can write down the frequency of 1 as 2. I think this already you might have done because it was a homework problem. So you can tell me now what is the frequency of 2? 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 6, 3, and 7. Okay. Now you have to check whether capital N is equal to summation of F or not. So what you have to do in the last column, find out the summation of frequencies. So what you have to do, you have to add this row. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 3, 7 plus 1, 8 plus 3, 11 plus 3, 14 plus 1, 15. Summation f is 15. And how many values were there in your data? That was also 15. So that means capital N is summation of. Always remember, capital N, number of values in the data, is equal to sum of the frequencies. Okay. Let us move to the next problem quickly. Convert the following group data into raw data. Now, in this question, you are given the table and you have to convert it into a raw data. So what is the meaning of this table, first of all? See, in the first row, you are given the value of the variable. Now, see, the variate can be anything. It can be marks, it can be weight, it can be temperature, it can be anything. Okay. So it keeps changing. That is the reason we call it as a variable or value. Okay. And we assign it or we call it as by the letter X. So here X is taking values 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. What are the frequencies of X? Look at the second row. Frequency of 10 is 4. Frequency of 20 is 3. So if you want to convert it into raw data, what you will have to do? You will have to write 10 how many times? You will have to write 10 4 times. 20 you will have to write 3 times. Now, I'm not going to continue this. You will complete this because you have already understood. I only want to ask you one question. How many values are there in this data? Without even writing the raw data. Can you tell me? How do you got that? Number of values in the data. Number of values in the data, which we call it as capital N. And how do you get that? When you add the, so add all these numbers. What is this you are getting? 15. So this is the data of 15 people. Okay, understood? Now see here, many students, they make this mistake. What? If such a table is given to you and it is asked how many values are there in the data, straight away they count the number of columns and they say the number of values are 5. That is wrong. Okay, you don't have to count these columns. Okay, because 10 is written 4 times. So 20 is written 3 times. So total values are sum of the frequencies. That is a very important thing which everybody should know. So this 5 is wrong. 15 is correct. Okay, let us move on. Then I think yesterday itself I have told you that there are 2 types of variable, discrete and continuous. So our frequency distribution table also will be, we should be able to prepare for discrete as well as for continuous. Okay. Now what is the difference? Discrete mein kya hota hai? Ki you are getting the distinct values like this. In continuous case mein what is happening? The values are taken in a given range. So we prepare the class interval. If you remember yesterday, we have seen that, how to prepare the class intervals. This is what I'm going to, this we have already done yesterday, but let us quickly do it again. Prepare the frequency table for the following data. Here you are given the marks out of 50. Okay, of how many students? 20 students. Now see, if you want to write down this in the form of a discrete table or discrete variate case, then you know that in that table, how many values of X will be there? See, marks are out of 50. So how many values X will take? X can take value 0. It can take value 1, 2, up to how much? Paper to 50 marks का है. Last up to 50. तो कितने रो हो जाएंगे? 51 रोज हो जाएंगे. ठीक है? तो this, और अगर क्वेश्चन पेपर 100 मार्क्स का है तो 101 रोज हो जाएंगे. So this way of writing is not a very good method. So what we do? We use the class interval. Okay. So how to do that? So here in the question, it is already given, use the taking the class intervals 0 to 10, 10 to 20, and so on up to 40 to 50. So what we are going to do, let us write down the class interval 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40 and 40 to 50. Okay. Now in this class interval, we will read the data first and we will see if this data falls under which class interval. Okay. Now let us read the first value, 17. 17 will fall between where 10 and 20. So to make our counting easy, we use the tally marks. Okay. So in 10, I will show you how to do it. So 17, the first one, it will go here. So first, because I have to count how many values are in between 10 and 20. Okay. Next is 12. Where will it go? Again, it will go between 10 and 20. Similarly, 5 will go here. 35 will go between 30 and 40. Then 46 will go between 40 and 50. 37 here. 40. Now there was a confusion for 40. 40 should come here or here. So remember one thing. You have to see the lower limit. Okay, not the upper limit. Upper limit हम केवल last वाले के लिए देखने का. So 40 will go here. Sorry, here 40 to 50. Okay, so make one here. Next one is 10. 10. Now 10 will come here or here in the second one. 10 to 20. Here. Okay. Then next is 7. 7 will come between 0 and 10. Then 39 between 30 and 40. 16 between 10 and 20. 38 between 30 and 40. 30 should come here. Okay. Now 4 rows, 4 lines I have already made. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make the group of 5. So I will put a cross here so that one bundle of 5 is there. So counting will be easy. These are called as tally marks. So 30 ho gaya. Then 28 here. 2 here. 43 between 40 and 50. Correct? So here. Then 11. Again 4 are already there. So I'll put a cross. So 5 ho gaya. Then 36. 36 will come here. Then 0 here. And 25 finally here. I have completed them. Correct? Now count. So these are 4 lines. So number of students, that is frequency is 4. Here it is 5. Here it is 2, 6, and here it is 3. Now you can count summation of frequencies. If you count the frequency 4 plus 5, 9 plus 2, 11 plus 6, 17 plus 3. And how many values were there in my data? This was the data of, it is already saying, it is the data of what? Data of 20 students. So again, capital N is equal to summation of F, that is 20. So what we have seen, given the table, we can prepare, this type of data is called as continuous. क्योंकि यहाँ हम क्या use कर रहे हैं? Class interval. Could you see the difference? जो हमने पहले देखा था, इस तरह का क्लास, इसमें हम क्लास इंटरवल नहीं यूज करते थे, एक्चुअल वैल्यू यूज करते थे. करेक्ट? लेकिन जहां पर भी हम क्लास इंटरवल यूज करेंगे, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज कंटिन्यूअस टाइप ऑफ डेटा. क्योंकि यहाँ जो वैल्यू ऑफ द वेरिएट है, इट कैन टेक एनी वैल्यू विद इन ए गिवन रेंज. ओके, दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज कंटिन्यूअस वेरिएट. अंडरस्टूड? नाउ सी, इफ यू हैव दिस class interval 0 to 10, 0 to 10 class interval, then in that case, wait a minute. See this, if you have this 0 to 10 class interval, then this 0 is called as a lower boundary, 10 is called as an upper boundary, and the width मतलब class का कितना लंबाई है. So how will you get that? Upper limit minus lower limit. So that is what I've written. Width of the class interval is 10 minus 0. So 10. So in this question, all the class intervals were having the same width. Generally, you will have those type of questions only, where all the class intervals are with the same length or width. Then class mark. Class mark क्या होता है, मिडल वैल्यू। तो 0 और 10 के बीच का मिडल वैल्यू क्या होता है, 5। दैट मतलब यू नीड नॉट इवन हैव टू कैलकुलेट, यू ऑलरेडी नो दैट। लेकिन अगर कभी क्लास इंटरवल डेसिमल में है, सपोज इस तरह का क्लास इंटरवल होता है किसी एग्जाम्पल में, सपोज लाइक दिस 0.2 to 0.9, और आपको पूछा बीच का पॉइंट क्या है, तो यहां आपको जल्दी से नहीं आएगा समझ में। तो व्हाट विल यू डू, देखो आई हैव गिवन यू द फॉर्मूला आल्सो। व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, लोअर लिमिट प्लस अपर लिमिट डिवाइड बाय 2। so 0.2 plus 0.9 divided by 2, and you are going to use the calculator. Whatever answer comes, that will be your middle. तो अगर आप देखकर बता सकते हो, it is okay. If you find it is not that easy, then you have to use this formula. Lower boundary plus upper boundary divided by 2. Then comes the frequency. Okay. Frequency of the class interval. Frequency मतलब क्या हो गया? How many values in the data are falling between 0 and 10, but not 10. ऊपर वाला नहीं लेते हैं, upper limit. Okay. So that is called the frequency. So I hope you have understood this. So this will be today's homework, which I will post after going home. So you can do it at home. वही हमको करना है इसमें. Write the lower boundary, upper boundary, width and class mark. I hope you will be able to do it. Everybody has understood? Okay. Now let us go ahead. Now today we will start with arithmetic mean or average. What is that? So arithmetic mean or average is the most popular measure of central tendency. So what is the chapter name? This unit का नाम क्या है? Summarization measures. So there are various measures of central tendency. So the most important and the most commonly used is what? It is average. Now how do you define average? It is also called as arithmetic mean, and in short we write it as AM. Okay. Arithmetic mean or average is computed by dividing the sum of all the values in a given data by the number of values. Or in other words, look at here. अगर आपको अरिथमेटिक मीन निकालना है, सपोज ये आपके वैल्यूज है x1, x2, x3, xn, तो अरिथमेटिक मीन हम कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं? See, सबसे पहले तो यू हैव टू सी द सिंबल. अरिथमेटिक मीन का सिंबल है suppose this is my variate x. Whenever I write like this, x के ऊपर एक लाइन जिसको हम ऐसा पढ़ते हैं x bar, it will mean arithmetic mean. Okay, and how do you calculate arithmetic mean? You add all the values given in the data. Suppose I'll take an example. Suppose my values are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I will add all these values, 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 plus 25. Add all these values and divide by how many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Divide by 5. That is how we calculate the arithmetic mean. Okay. So I have given you the example to illustrate this. So x bar, this is the formula. As I told you, whenever we write any formula in mathematics, we use symbols. When you solve the problems, these symbols will be actually, take the values. So they will be substituted by the actual numbers. Okay. So if the variate x takes the values x1, x2, x3, xn, then the arithmetic mean is calculated. It is denoted by x bar, read as x bar. And how it is calculated? Look at here the formula. X bar is equal to sum of the values in the data divided by number of values in the data. So if my values are x1, x2, x3, xn, what am I going to do? Add all these values and divide by total values. How many are they in number? They are n in number. Look at this. 1, 2, and the last one is xn. So n se divide. Okay. So this gives me a formula to calculate the arithmetic mean. Okay. Look at here. As I told you, I have already introduced you with this notation, summation. Yes or no? You know this notation, no? This is used for summation. So whenever I am writing this sum x, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? I am adding all the values of x. Okay, so all the values of x मतलब ये, तो मेरा न्यूमरेटर क्या हो गया? समेशन x, एंड डिनोमिनेटर क्या हो गया? कैपिटल। तो दिस जो मैंने यहाँ पर बॉक्स में लिखा है, x bar equal to summation x divided by n, this is a formula to calculate arithmetic mean. Okay, so everybody should know what is x bar? Summation x upon n. What is the meaning of this symbol summation x? जो जो x का वैल्यू है सबको ऐड करना, ठीक है? तो with this simple definition of arithmetic mean, let us solve one problem. Okay, look at this question, which I have already solved, but we will do it here once again. Find the arithmetic mean for the following data representing marks of a student in 6 subjects. एक स्टूडेंट का 6 सब्जेक्ट में क्या मार्क्स है वो दिया है, और हमको क्या निकालना है? उसका मार्क्स का अरिथमेटिक मीन. व्हाट आर द मार्क्स? 64, 69, 72, 64, 69, 72, 72, 75 and 65. These are the marks of a student in 6 subjects. Subject number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so as per our definition, what is the arithmetic mean? How do you calculate the arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean we calculate as sum of the values divided by total values. Okay, now in this case, what is my x? It is marks. और कोई प्रॉब्लम में x may be weight, it can be anything. In this particular problem, what is my x? It is marks. So what I have to do? I have to add all these marks. Okay, this is what I have done. X bar is equal to 64 plus 69 plus 72. Let me use the laser pointer. X bar means arithmetic mean is equal to 64 plus 69 plus 72 plus 75 plus 65. And divide by how many values are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. कुछ एक मिस किया क्या हमने? 64 plus 69 plus 72. अच्छा, 72 is 2 times, so maybe I have to add here one more. Okay, so make the correction here. This 72 plus 70. दो बार है ना 72. Okay, 64 plus 69 plus 72 plus 72 plus 75 plus 65 divide by 6. Now just if you have the calculator, can you count how much is this? I think a sum भी फिर maybe mistake हो गया है sum में. So let us see what is the sum. Okay, let me just check. Correct है? तो I think I just forgot to, or maybe वो copy paste के समय हो गया होगा. 64 plus 69 plus 72 plus 72 plus 75 plus 65. So it is 417 divided by 6. So you are getting 69.5. Okay, so the arithmetic mean of these marks are 69. So this was a raw data, correct? ये जो data दिया था यहाँ पर आपको, this was a raw data. Again, what is the meaning of raw data? Data values are written one after the other, separated by comma. ठीक है? अब आप यहाँ देखो, इसमें ये जो 2 मार्क्स 72 मार्क्स है वो 2 बार रिपीट हुआ, करेक्ट? तो अगर कभी ऐसा होता है कि मार्क्स आर रिपीटेड, देन वी कैन प्रिपेयर द टेबल, फ्रीक्वेंसी टेबल बनाकर वी कैन यूज द अरिथमेटिक मीन हम निकाल सकते हैं. लेट अस सी हाउ वी डू. सो जस्ट नाउ वी हैव सीन हाउ टू फाइंड आउट द अरिथमेटिक मीन फॉर द रॉ डेटा. Go to the next one. Now as you know that there are 2 types of data. एक तो raw data होता है और एक तो ग्रुप डेटा होता है ना? तो रॉ डेटा का अरिथमेटिक मीन निकालना तो बहुत सिंपल है, ऐड करो, डिवाइड बाय टोटल वैल्यू. हाउ टू फाइंड आउट द अरिथमेटिक मीन फॉर ग्रुप डेटा. नाउ ग्रुप डेटा में भी देयर आर 2 टाइप्स. वन इज डिस्क्रीट. अब ग्रुप डेटा का मतलब क्या? ग्रुप डेटा मीन्स where फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल इज गिवन। जब भी आपको टेबल दिया है मतलब वो ग्रुप डेटा है। अब ग्रुप डेटा में भी देयर आर टू टाइप्स, एक तो डिस्क्रीट और एक तो कंटिन्यूअस। डिस्क्रीट का मतलब क्या, जब एक्चुअल आपको वैल्यूज दिया है, और कंटिन्यूअस का मतलब क्या, जहां आपको क्लास इंटरवल दिया है। ये इस तरह से आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है। तो वी विल सी टुडे, वी विल सी हाउ टू फाइंड आउट द मीन फॉर group data of discrete variables. Instead of reading this, because with the symbols and all you may get confused, so let me give you an example to illustrate this. फिर बाद में हम इसके ऊपर आएंगे. So I'll take the same problem. Okay, let us see this. Find the arithmetic mean for the following data representing marks out of 10 of 15 students in a class test. So these are the marks of 15 students and you have to find out the arithmetic mean. Okay, so this is the raw data, yes or no? Yes. तो हम कैसा निकालेंगे arithmetic mean? हमारा raw data का क्या है formula? Add all the values, divide by total values, correct? So summation x मतलब what मुझे क्या करना है अभी 7 plus 5 plus 9 plus 5 ये सब आप add करो और उसको 15 से divide करो. Do it. How much you will get? 7 plus 5 plus 9 plus 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 9 plus 10 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 5 plus 7 plus 6. Are you getting 105? Sum 105 आता है. Divide by 50. Answer is 7. See whether you are getting this answer. Arithmetic mean. Are you getting this? So let me write it clearly. So this was a raw data, and to find the arithmetic mean, what I have done, I have added all these numbers and then divided by total numbers. So arithmetic mean, that is x bar is equal to summation of x values divided by capital N. Now what are these x values? 7 plus 5 plus 9 plus 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 9 plus 10, and you go on doing it. Plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 5 plus 7 plus 6, and divide by total values are 20. Okay. When you add these values, you are getting 105. You can check. It is 105 divided by 50. 7 आता है. So arithmetic mean is 7. Now look at this data. This data में you can see that there are certain values which are repeated. Yes or no? Yes or no? Look at this number 7. कितनी बार repeat हो गया है? इधर है और इधर है और इधर है. 4 बार repeat हुआ. तो हम क्या करेंगे? ये 7 7 7 7 4 times repeat हुआ है. आंसर कितना आता है? 7 7 4 बार आप ऐड करोगे तो 28 आता है ना. तो हम क्या करेंगे? This is same as if I ask you what is the frequency of 7? 4. Correct? 7 4 बार repeat हुआ है तो उसका frequency 4 है. तो ये 28 मुझे कैसे मिला? 7 का frequency which is 4 and multiply by 7. Correct? That is how I am getting this figure 28. 7 को 4 बार ऐड करना is same as 7 को 4 से multiply करना. Answer will be same. Are you getting my point? No. ऐसे ये देखो 5. Look at the number 5. 5 is repeated 1, 2, 3. 5 is there 3 times ना. एक इधर है, एक इधर है और एक इधर है. 3 times है. मतलब 5 plus 5 plus 5. That is 15. Frequency of 5 is 3. So it is same as 3 into 5. Are you getting my point? तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि ये जो सम ऊपर जो है उसमें हम क्या कर सकते हैं, जो जो नंबर्स ऐड हो रहे हैं उनको ऐड करने, आई मीन रिपीट हो रहे हैं, उनको ऐड करने के लिए व्हाट आर वी गोइंग टू डू, वी आर गोइंग टू मल्टीप्लाई दैट विथ एफ फ्रीक्वेंसी. और नीचे जो नंबर लिखा है 15, व्हाट इज दैट? इट इज टोटल ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसीज. So this gives you a formula to calculate the arithmetic mean. Look at this. Now we will go back to the definition. Read this. For group data means where frequency distribution table is prepared. There are following two cases. Group data of discrete variate case. Here the variate is taking values x1, x2, x3, xn with frequencies f1, f2, f3, f4. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब है कि x1 is repeated, ये x है और ये उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी. x क्या क्या वैल्यू ले रहा है? x1, x2, x3 एंड सो. x1 की फ्रीक्वेंसी कितनी है? f1. x2 की फ्रीक्वेंसी कितनी है? f2 एंड सो. यानी x1 नंबर कितनी बार लिखा है? f1 बार लिखा है. डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज विद द सिंबल्स. अगर x1 की जगह मैंने 5 लिखा और f1 की जगह 2 लिखा, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? 5 कितनी बार रिपीट हुआ है? 2 बार. तो 5 को मैं 2 बार ऐड करूंगी, इसका मतलब क्या है? 5 को 2 से मल्टीप्लाई करना. 5 plus 5 is same as 2 into 5. So I'm going to prepare another column for f into x. F into x. Okay. And then I'm going to जो f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus fn xn है, एक कॉलम इधर बनाऊंगी f into x का, and then I will add this column summation of fx. This will give me the sum of the values in the data. और नीचे जो है number of values in the data, you already know. Number of values मतलब क्या? Summation of frequencies. So this is how I am getting this formula. X bar is equal to summation fx divided by summation of. See how I am getting this summation fx? Same logic. अगर 5 2 बार रिपीट हुआ है तो 5 plus 5 is same as 2 into 5. इसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी मल्टीप्लाई बाय दैट. दैट इज हाउ आई एम गेटिंग दिस f into x. तो डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज. आपको ये फॉर्मूला रट्टा मारने की जरूरत नहीं है. यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड कैसे आया ये फॉर्मूला. ओके. तो अगर ऐसा आपको टेबल दिया है तो इन दैट केस टू प्रिपेयर द टू फाइंड आउट द अरिथमेटिक मीन, व्हाट विल बी योर फॉर्मूला? समेशन ऑफ fx डिवाइडेड बाय समेशन ऑफ. तो अब ये फॉर्मूला से you do this as a homework problem. The following data represents frequency distribution of weights of children. Find the arithmetic mean. मैं आपको बताती हूँ कैसे करना है. ये x है. You will do it with yourself at home. अगर नहीं आएगा तो हम कल करेंगे. ऐसा टेबल बनाना है x और दूसरे कॉलम में उसका फ्रीक्वेंसी. x का वैल्यू क्या क्या है? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 एंड 16. और फ्रीक्वेंसी क्या है? नंबर ऑफ चिल्ड्रन मतलब फ्रीक्वेंसी 7, 11, 15, 13, 9 एंड 4. नाउ ये तो फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन टेबल है, तो इसके लिए मेरा फॉर्मूला अरिथमेटिक मीन का क्या होगा? अरिथमेटिक मीन x बार इज इक्वल टू summation of fx divided by summation of. What I will have to do, I'll have to prepare a column for fx. fx मतलब f into x. Okay. ये देखो 11 जो है वो 7 बार रिपीट हुआ है, यानी 11 plus 11 plus 11 7 टाइम्स करने की जगह आंसर हम स्ट्रेट अवे 7 into 11 आ जाए, तो ये हो जाएगा 77. ठीक है. 12 into 12 plus 12 up to 11 टाइम्स, that is same as 12 into 11. तो 12 into 11 करो, जो आता है इधर लिखो. You can use the calculator. Exam में भी calculator allowed है. Okay. So you will prepare the table like this. So tomorrow when you come, you should have this table with you. फिर यहाँ देखो ये summation क्या आता है. लास्ट जो रो होगा ना, लास्ट रो में आप क्या लिखेंगे? इधर यहाँ आप लिखेंगे summation of f, मतलब इस कॉलम का सम, और यहाँ लिखेंगे summation of fx, यानी ये वाले कॉलम को ऐड करना. You understood? Yes or no? फिर आपको क्या करना है, अरिथमेटिक मीन कैसा निकालना है, समेशन ऑफ एफ एक्स डिवाइडेड बाई समेशन ऑफ एफ, यानी इस कॉलम का जो सम आएगा वो डिवाइड बाई ए. हैव यू अंडरस्टूड? टुमारो विल यू बी एबल टू टेल मी 12 into 11 जो आएगा फिगर वो आपको यहाँ लिखना, फिर 13 into 15, क्योंकि आप 13 जो है उसका फ्रीक्वेंसी 15 है, तो आप 13 को 15 बार ऐड करना, दैट इज सेम एज 13 into 15. तो आपका काम कम करने के लिए हम ऐसा कॉलम बनाएंगे f into x. तो 13 into 15 का फिगर यहाँ लिखना, फिर आपको ये पूरा कॉलम को ऐड करना है, दैट इज समेशन एफ एक्स. तो रिमेंबर दैट जब भी कभी आपको फ्रीक्वेंसी टेबल दिया है तो आपको अरिथमेटिक मीन कैसा निकालना है, समेशन ऑफ एफ एक्स डिवाइडेड बाई समेशन ऑफ एफ. सो रिमेंबर दिस फॉर्मूला. जो मैंने ऐसा बॉक्स में लिखा है ना, इन दिस बॉक्स, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. x bar is summation fx divided by summation. So I hope you have understood. So you will be able to solve these problems. Okay, so thank you all. I just